Well, phase one of my Scenic Ridge layout is substantially complete. Just a few additional details to add, like the cemetery, which is there already. Added the cemetery this morning. A billboard at the gas station, also added this morning, along with crossbucks for the railroad crossing. And here comes the train. And the Scenic Ridge layout, as designed and according to the instructions, you'd put a great big city right here. And I decided the format of the layout is more a rural one, so I have my rural community. Also, since the last video, we have added the post office. And so we can talk, I guess, about some of the things that make this different from the Scenic Ridge layout as planned by Woodland Scenics. Silly kit transfer was supposed to go here, and as many others have done, I've substituted a siding and blue coal depot kit for loading coal and picking it up. I've also tried to create more visible track, for example, setting this tunnel portal farther back into the mountain and cutting off a good part of the mountain in the back, so again, more visible track and a place for my trestle, which looks like it needs some work. It seems to be a little bent. I'll have to check on that. Just added some water, and the water seems to warp the wood, so I don't know what we'll do with that. Here's a siding I put in the back that leads to a loading dock behind the general store. And maybe the biggest change, and one I haven't seen anyone else try, is to add a passing siding in the inside loop here. Originally that was all 9 3/4 inch radius sectional track, but I had some issues with it. Don't remember exactly what they were. Ended up taking most of the sectional track out and installing some flex track. And as most people have done, I have added the additional third track along the front of the layout. And another big change, instead of creating a road crossing here, I've added this really cool looking wooden bridge. And this is the triple bridge crossing. We have the wooden road bridge. We have the one bridge that the kit is designed for, and that's the truss bridge. We have a plate girder bridge below, crossing the stream. And the trestle in the back, and again, I need to do some work on that because it doesn't look quite the way it should. Oh, and yes, one more spur track for industry and operations here, Jurgen's Junkyard. And they ship scrap metal into gondolas. And so I think we've captured most of the changes I've made from the layout kit as designed. If I had it to do over again, I'd probably cut out a good bit of the mountain and add another passing track on the back to increase the interest of mainline operation. We can use one of these tracks in front, obviously, as a passing track, and the passing track here on the inside loop. And it really needs another passing track back here instead of a tunnel. I'm debating tearing down the top of the mountain. Don't know what I'm going to do. Haven't really decided that yet. Anyway, that is phase one of my Scenic Ridge layout. And we're about ready to start on phase 2. Phase 2 will involve continuing the third track from the front around here, which will be a scenic area here, and then staging tracks in the back. And should have some nice scenery on this side. And we'll do the same thing over here on the left side of the layout, although because of the mountain, there's less opportunity for scenery, and I probably won't do much. Obviously, you need access to the tunnels. But that's where we are with Scenic Ridge. And as I said, a few more little details to add. And phase 1 is basically complete. It's been a fun experience, all done in about 5 months. And it's just been a lot of fun. Hopefully a place to stage some trains and give some variety and make it easier to run a couple of trains at a time. Will add even more operational interest. As the Norfolk Southern SD9 pulls its short string of cars back toward the yard. Scenic Ridge tour complete. Hope you enjoyed it.